Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to part number 4. And I don't have a kneeling pad. I never think of bringing it. This is 54 inches, which is what I measured, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to get it in there. And there's no point in putting the wood. Well, I can cut. I gotta box this in, okay? So what I gotta do, bony knees, Jesus Christ. Alright, we're gonna put a partition, which I don't know if I got any 2x2s. I don't have to buy that. I know I got 2x4s, but I need to make a frame for this when I box this in. It's going to be open on the top with a cover. So I got to cut this plywood, and I want to keep these pipes on the outside like this, but it's going to have to be like that. They fit pretty tight. You can't move these up and down, and you'll break the ceiling underneath, and you have a leak. So, in order to get this plywood in, .54 inches wide. If it wasn't for these pipes, I could get it in. Oh, I can try going the other way, of course. Jam it up. Which way I go here? Let's see. See if we can get it in that way, but see, this is what it is. We got to go underneath this, but when we get to this corner, we're going to have a problem. That's why I say I may have to cut this off. And I don't really want to do that because it'll be noticeable. This thing's so lumpy, I better get it out of there. Just deal without it. No, I'm not all the way in the corner. Okay. I gotta lift that up. I may have to cut this corner here and here in order to get it in. And if I do that, I won't have to cut this. I can just cut a little bit off the corners on each one to try to get it in. That's what I think I'll do. I'll do that off camera. And I'm going to go get a kneeling pad. I'll be back. Alright. In order for me to get this in under the lip, I gotta pull this out like this and go under and like that. Unless I pull this off. I'm not taking this off. This has got silicone in here, if you know, in the shower. I want to keep everything neat. I don't want to have to go out and buy more silicone to seal it up. Okay, so this is going to be boxed in anyways to about 12 inches. At least 12 inches. Alright, so we gotta allow for the paneling to come over. Well, it'll be 1/4 inch luan after I make a frame. And I guess it'll be like that. Out there. I want to make sure that when I make this, after this is on, then I put a piece of strip here and make something to support the luan. I hope I don't have to go and buy any wood because I have a few 2x4s. That's really too big. I have a few of them, a couple of them I think, that I bought, short pieces that I bought before the price of the wood went through the roof. And that's 8 inches, 9 inches. What we're going to do is we're going to and I cut this. Nothing precise. It's all going to be inside. I'm going to cut that out so that I can swing this. When this is cut out, I can take and swing this in like that and push it up. The way it is now, it's about halfway on this, okay? It'll drop down another 1/4 inch, unless it sits on the floor. Let's see. I think it's going to sit on the top of the floor. That's fine, because the trim's going in there. So, we didn't want to make it too high. If we made it right up to here, it would be even harder to get it up under there. It's just as long as it's hidden. So, you're not going to see, when I cut this out, you're not going to see in there anyway. So, we'll do that off camera. I'll cut that part out. Now, the way I got it set up, it's 10.5 inches high. And there'll be a cleat across here. And the top cover will go here about 12 inches. So that'll clear these. So I can keep these. I have a little inspection cover on there, and I can keep these in here. So if there's any problem, I'll be able to get at them, because I'm not going under the house. It's easy for somebody to say that when they're 20 or 30 years old or 35 years old, they can crawl up underneath there. They're so good at it, they can come over and do it for me. Alright, I'll cut this out, I'll be back. Alright, we may have to jockey it around, but this will give me a way of flipping it in like this. And if I can get it up under there, that's good. And with these corners knocked off here, that'd be good. I'm going to nail it. I won't be able to get construction adhesive in there, so I'll save that for this. I'll try to get it as much up in here as I can, and I gotta make sure that it doesn't run out and get all over here and ruin this. I was just going to nail this anyways. And that should be good. Alright, so let's see if she fits up underneath there.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's the corners that I have a problem with. That's what's holding me up, is the corners, not the middle here. In there and it's clear. Oh great. Have to cut more on that. Nope. I gotta cut more over there. I purposely cut as little as possible so that I don't want to cut too much out of there, otherwise it'll look like hell, and I'll have to make a box bigger than I want to make it. It's bad enough I have to make it because of this thing sticking out. This pipe cannot be removed without destroying everything, and I'm not going to try it. That's for sure. Well. Alright, we'll get back. Alright, sorry I missed getting it up there. There was a screw holding up in this corner. I had to lay on my side and go up underneath, and ended up whipping it out with a hammer. And I don't know if no, that's its masking tape, okay. Alright, so that's in there. We're not going to worry about construction adhesive. We're going to try to get it up under here though. Alright, so the back is in, and I've got masking tape with the arrows so I know where to put the nails for the beam. And I gotta be careful not to miss the beam. Well, so the nails rather will get painted over anyhow. All right. Now, if I mark right, should be okay. These are number 4s. What I used on the floor were number 3s. And the reason we use the number 4s is we got to go through the sheetrock and into the 2x4. Whereas here we just went right from the 1/4" plywood right into the flooring. So.
You want me to help you nail?
No, because if you bend it over, I'll have to go out and buy plastic wood, which I don't have here, and use wood filler and pull a nail out.
Oh.
Bad enough with my bad eyesight, I bend it over. That's why I'll nail very slowly, especially when I don't pre-drill.
I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Now, I'm gonna have to. I'm not good at nailing sideways. I can nail straight up, but I think I can do it. That'd be a contortionist. And my damn phone again. That's my phone and my regular pants on the bed over there.
It's probably a telemarketer
That's all
anyway.
it is. Anybody else, I can leave a message. All right.
No,
You
it's
don't need
good.
to worry about construction adhesive on this. The 2x4 here, I don't know if you can see that. Are we in camera?
Yeah.
But trying to nail over here, I might not be able to. Because I don't know where the 2x4 is unless I get my... Well, I'll worry about that when I get to this. Now I can take this masking tape out. Instead of marking on the floor, we mark this way. All right. Now, all these nails will get touched up. I just take the brush and just hit them. You're not going to see this anyways. It's all going to be behind the totes, the shelving, whatever we get for shelving. Estimate right about there. I don't want to draw a line on this, because then I have to paint over that. Good. Let's take the time in nailing.
3 nails, huh?
3 nails on each 2x4s. 18, plenty of. That's plenty good enough. That didn't sound good. Alright. I don't know what way, but that didn't sound good. That's the problem. You can be either side of the 2x4. Now I measured this. It was 16. But you can't see through the sheetrock. Well, it obviously went in. What's going to be the problem is I'm using screws in here, and I haven't had a chance to paint the screw heads. I'll probably end up just putting them in. Otherwise, I'll be here for another day waiting for the paint to dry. I'll just put the screws in the way they are. if I screw it in, at least it'll catch, if I put the screw down low, it'll catch the 1/4-inch plywood. If I put a nail in it, it'll slide out. Alright.
Got your ass in the way here.
Alright, get over here then. Get over here.
There we go.
Nothing more uglier than an ugly goat's ass. Showing on the video. It's not the most ugliest thing that ever is out there. Ah. Let me
People like these project videos.
let's see. Yeah, you got a hole there. Okay. Got a hole there, I'll know where to put the screw.
The screw.
Yeah, see, right there. Alright,
That's in.
that takes care of the back. And then last I'll do the boxing in here. Because you're not going to see this. That's all going to be boxed in. Unfortunately, as I said before, in order to get this all encased in, the box has to come out here. In other words, I can't have the box here unless I have this thing sticking out into the closet. I'd rather not have that. I'd rather have it all closed in. So we're really going to lose maybe 10 inches. Maybe about 10 inches, 9 or 10 inches of space here, and probably another 7 this way, not a problem. Okay, now we're going to go get the other side, this side. Don't matter what. Where's my broom? Okay, nothing fancy here. We're hand sawing it with the small trim saw here. And we're just cutting this out. This is to go around the pipes. This wood cuts really easy, but it also behaves like cardboard a little bit. It's not really very strong, and it can break off very easily. More so than the old style 1/4-inch plywood. All right, that's it on that. Okay, what we got here is a situation that looks pretty good. I think. Well, no, maybe not. Well, that's not too bad. Could go a little more. Why isn't it? There it goes. That's good. That's good.
Fits right in
There's
there.
going to be a molding here, and there's going to be a molding here. I just want this to be even with this. She's up in there. The pipes are exposed, see that? Alright, so they can't drop into the wall. They're in this cubicle, which is going to have a removable cover, as I said before. Alright, so now, what we're going to do here is we're going to attempt to nail it. If we didn't mismark here, and we did. Damn it. no idea what way. I went right with the line. Now I have all kinds of holes because I have no way of knowing.
Nobody's gonna see it anyway.
It's not holding. Alright, that one's in. That's what you want to hear. Okay, we'll take that out. We'll use that over here. Because when you get the plywood in, you can't see the floor. Now the question is, which way do I go? Okay, I got the beam there. I only can do things left-handed. You gotta go slow, we don't want to bend it over. Okay, I would say the beam is to the left. My left. But I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not going anywhere, so... Yeah, I can see it nails over there because I went by this. Alright. Let's see how far off I am here now. Good. I do that way. If I go right through, then I can pull it out and I'll have just one hole. Here I have to dig it out. Good.
So far, so good, Dad.
So far, so good. Where am I here? Right about.
People will like this video.
Now, what I'm going to do, may not even need construction adhesive in here. It's right up tight.
Yeah. Looks like
So
it.
that's good. So I'll just leave it for this. And what I'll do, I'll put something over with shove a piece of wood up under here, plywood or something to keep the glue from running out. I'm not going to be able to get up high with the gun. Not going to be able to. I'm lucky if I get into the edges over here. You can't screw it to the wall. Well, I can, but it'll only be sheetrock. Another one that missed. Well, the trim will hold it in place. The only way you can do that is you got to cut holes in the sheetrock on each side and expose the beam and get the dead center, because you only got 1.5 inches to hit a nail, and most of the time you miss the beam. That's the same way with up here. If I was to put shelves in here now, I would put a piece of wood, probably 2x4, going right across. But in order to do that, I have to cut holes in here where the 2x4 is, which is right here, where this molding is. You can't be sure that that molding is in the center of the 2x4, you know? So you have to knock a hole on each side of the 2x4 in the sheetrock. Then you know where to put your nail, and it'll all be hidden with the 2x4. That's the way I do it, you know? Because there's too many times you miss the 2x4. Don't forget, you only got 1.5 inches to, you know, and it could be off one way or the other. All right, so we got to nail this. We'll do that off camera. We'll be back in a bit. Okay, I notched out here. There's a screw under here, and there's no way. It takes an oddball screwdriver. I used to have to buy a special screwdriver. They look like an hourglass type of head on them.
Oh.
That's what they use in mobile homes. Thought they did away with that. So there's a screw in there, and I couldn't get it out with the claw hammer because you can't really pull screws with a hammer.
No, you
It's
can't.
in there tight. So, in order for me to get a screw out with a screwdriver, if I had the right one, I'd have to drill a hole in this to get the screwdriver in. So we notched that out a little bit. Let's see if we can get that underneath here. There's a screw in the corner over here. I can feel it. So, I don't know. If that's going to go in, or do I have to chop more out of it? Try not to pull this too much off the wall. That guitar out of here, Tom.
Looks like it fits.
If I can get it over, it's not moving. I'll be hitting on that damn screw over the end. I can't get that screw out of the corner. Nick up the corner on here and I have to paint the whole damn thing again. About a ½ inch out here. I'm gonna have to chop a lot out of that corner. Out of this. There's a damn screw up in there. I can't get it out. So I gotta cut this. If I cut too much, it's gonna show. Be back. This wall ain't too strong. This is an extra wall. If you look over here, this wall is separate from the main wall. That's the way they made the trailer. So it's not even fastened to the building. So it bounces. So in other words, when they put the tub in, I guess they needed to make the area smaller. So this here, I noticed this, is not even fastened to the main building, which is a lot more solid. So that's just the way they do things. So that's why it sounds like that when I'm nailing. All right.
I got your marker if you need it. You need a marker?
No. The tape got knocked off. I marked the floor. To hell with it. I deliberately did that because the tape gets knocked off.
Yeah.
It don't do any good anyways. I missed the stud half the time anyways. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Because you can't see.
No, you can't tell where the studs are. All right, we're in there. Working on a wicked angle here. I have to guess. They don't have a bottom line. It's covered up with the plywood. Okay, I'm in there. Okay. Now let's see if I can get the bottom one. Yeah. What a position I'm in. good and tight here. Don't need no adhesive here either.
Nope.
The only thing I need adhesive for is this thing here. All right.
I think it's looking really good now.
Now, in the corner, I'm going to try to nail, because I don't know where the 2x4 is in the corner. I'm guessing, but I'll hit one nail up on the top here. It's a little loose. But don't go in, don't go in. I'll touch it up with paint anyways. Okay, that was a good solid hit.
Sounds like they're going right in.
Yeah, they are. Okay, all right, that's good. I'm not going to worry about the third one down at the bottom in the corner. Trim is going to go there. We got the molding. All right, give it a lot of thought here. There's no way I'm going to glue this. No way, because I'll tell you why. It's going to happen. And that is, now this I don't have to worry about. I can get the glue gun under here and squirt a little bit in here. I'm going to screw this in. I'm going to screw this in. Good enough. Because I put this cardboard here, and what's going to happen is, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to put this cardboard up under here like that, over here, all right, like this. Fine. I get the glue in there to put it in. You know what's going to happen? The glue's going to run down behind the cardboard and get on here anyways. We're not gluing it. The only way to glue this, take this down, I'm not doing it. I am not taking that down. So, what we're going to do, we got some Phillips screws here, and I didn't take the time to paint them. I'm not going to worry about painting them. I touch them up with a little bit of enamel paint or something later. Not going to worry about it, because we want to get this. We want to get this project done.
Yeah. And you're trying the best you can.
That don't look too bad. You're not even going to see the screws.
Looks good.
When the totes are in here. There it goes. Knock my nails over.
Looks good
Don't
to
want to
me.
tighten too much because, yeah, that's not too bad. So you gotta. It's not bad at all now.
It doesn't rattle anymore.
I can always. Well, I can always put a screw up in here. I won't be able to hit the beam though, if I have to. But it's not going anywhere. It's tight. Now, we can put a screw down here too. Matter of fact, I will.
A screw.
I got 3 packages of these screws I bought yesterday. Got a pre-drill or get a nail. No. Ain't gonna start a screw without hammering a nail in there first to make a hole. This can't be done in the plastic. Alright, let's see, where were we? Oh, we'll put one right here. We're not going into a beam. We're not going into a beam, we're going into the 1/4 inch plywood. I'm pulling my lower back again. Okay, it's not bad. That don't look too bad.
No, it looks good to me. I'm no
After all,
carpenter.
I'm not building a house for somebody.
I'm no carpenter.
I ain't either. You know, I was all right this morning. I'm usually okay. A little stiff sometimes, a few hours after I do this, but I'm fine. Now, I gotta hammer a nail in that first. I can't find that big nail, that nail you had. It's plastic. You can't start a screw in it. Not these kind of screws. These have points on them, but they're
sharp.
They're not sharp enough to cut through like sheetrock screws.
Oh.
So. Perfect. Take the tape off. I should have done in the first place.
There we go.
It don't look too bad.
No, it looks good.
It's solid. Now you see? That's not bad. I could put a couple of screws up there. I don't use finish nails because they'll come right through the plastic. That's not bad at all. Now you see, if I took all this out like somebody had suggested, which you probably watched by now, you probably watched my long flapping question answer video on parts 1, 2, and 3 by now. You can see that if I took this off, you're going to have all these squiggly lines of glue, which is on the sheetrock. You got to scrape that off. You'll never get it off. Then you got to paint it. It'll never look good. And the seam up on the top over there, as I said, is cut off at that point. So you got just two pieces of sheetrock together. So I'm not going into sheetrock taping. I've never done it in my life. I've put up sheetrock, but my old Sam, you remember Sam?
Yeah.
I've helped him hold sheetrock. He was the carpenter, not me. And you know, he is the man that. Here's my nail. No, that's not the nail, but okay. He was the man that. Man, that's tough plastic. I'll be back. I get a drill. I'm doing things. I always pre-drill. Always. And I should learn my lesson. I'll be back. Okay. Well, we'll do this right. Good old pre-drill. This is a small bit. I don't know what size it is. I can't see that. We're going to do all our pre-drilling. I can't use the Harbor Freight drill because I have to keep that battery on 24-hour charge. Battery's no damn good.
Is that a drill bit or a nail?
That's a drill bit.
It's an awful small one.
That's all I need, just to get these screws started, that's all. That's all I need. That's all it takes. If I had a bigger nail, I could have started it. I can't find that big nail I had. Enough light. Okay. Alright, let's pre-drill over here. There we go. Now I can see.
I got the flashlight for you.
I can't see without light. I'm no damn good without light, you know? I'm no damn good on anything, but that's beside the point. Okay.
You gotta cover that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that now. I gotta make a plate for that. Okay. Get tape off. Can't see if I'm on the screw or not. Tell. Damn, sideways. Alright, that's not too bad there. I guess I could put one here. But then I gotta pre-drill again. You see, if you try to put too much force to force this screw in without pre-drilling, every time the screw goes over sideways. That's why you notice I always pre-drill in wood, or anything for that matter.
You have to.
They make it look so easy when you watch a YouTube video of a carpenter just going without any even pre-drilling. Okay. Not too worried about that. That's not even bad. But I don't have a 2x4 behind here. So if I screw this, I'm only going into sheetrock, and that's not really going to do. These things here that they put in, they're nothing but little buttons on the plastic buttons that stick into the sheetrock, and they just pull right out. Every one of them, almost every one is loose. But this wall is good. So this ain't too bad, just on the top. It's this back wall here. Because you see I had to take it out here where the silicone is. I'm not going to get fussy and do the silicone again. You know. And that corner that I cut out of this, you have to reach up in there before you feel it. So I'm happy with that. Alright, I'll be right back. Not bad. Now here we know the beam, I can feel it. So we'll just make a panel up to go in there, and that's the next thing I want to do. This is split here, but it don't matter because it's going to be underneath. Anyways, so you're not going to see it. You don't need that there. And you don't need that one. And we just come in. There's a 2x4 there. So if we come to the end of this tile, and we come to the end of this tile, yes, they're fake tiles. And let's see, we're split here, but actually if we put this in, we only need a narrow piece. We don't need anything up here. No, don't need anything here. We don't need anything down here. This is good. This didn't get damaged. Let's see, did we get scratched in there? Or was that glue? I think that got damaged. Alright, so we can make one a little bit bigger. One, this width. Which I think is over a foot. What this is, I think I got a tape measure in here. I don't know if I do, I gotta go out, no, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. Is there a tape measure in here, Tom? Alright, the method to my madness is as follows. I found some 2x2, a couple of long pieces, I think 3 or 4 feet long, plenty big enough to make the frame for this. So we can drop a 2x2 in the back here in the corner, because we need a resting place for the top cover. It's not going to be up this high, it's going to be a little lower than that. So we cut that off here, whatever. We're going to make the frame a piece going here. We're not going to 45 it, we'll just put them together. We're going to have another one here. So we come out 8 inches from here to here. So we're not going to lose too much space. And when this is on and you got the 1/4 inch, well of course this will be a 1/4 inch more out, we'll come out to 9 3/4, so it'll be 10. So that's not too bad, and a foot high. If we come a foot high, we'll be a 1/2 inch over the tallest pipe. That's not bad, and we'll have a cover on it that'll sit on here. We're going to make a frame on the bottom and on the top. All right, that's all it's going to be. It's not going to have a 2x2 here because it's going to pull. This thing is fairly tight because it goes behind this drain. I can't fish it out and have it come out of here because it'll be a big major problem. We're going to leave it alone. So it's resting against the wall. So it's going to have, this can be pushed over just a wee bit. It's going to have a 2x2 here, 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 and here across. Another one here that's going to sit on top of this corner piece, and another one here. And the only thing it won't have is a 2x2 going across here. Then there'll be a thin 1/4 inch Luan cover, which will be screwed on, and just a couple of screws to hold it on so I can get in there if I need to and check these out. Okay, so that's the method to my madness there. So what we're going to do now, believe me, we are going to do it now, is we got to see how high we're going to come up. And I don't have a pen or a pencil with me, of course, naturally. Okay, we've got to allow for a complete frame. It's going to be a fairly, I'll use a chop saw on this, it's going to be a fairly small frame that'll just be nailed together, maybe glued too, I don't know. And what we're going to do, I think, screw this down or nail it down. Pre-drill this. Pre-drill this. Either nail it or screw it down to here. I'll put a couple nails in it. Cut this off here. Have the other one come down. A couple of nails here or screws. I'll probably just screw it down. I got plenty of those screws I got from the hardware store. But I pre-drilled this stock. So I'll have 2 pieces here. The vertical here. Alright, so let's see what we're going to need here now. We're going to need one here, which is, I don't have a pencil. I have to use marking pen.
Yeah, I got one.
I'm going to take some measurements here. We're going to cut this piece. We're going to cut a piece going across here. So, going to come in like this. And okay. And we're going to cut off 4, 5, 6 inches. Okay. Alright, let's go outside. Okay, what we're doing here, this is a yard sale drill, by the way. I think I got it at Jewett City. Not sure. We're just going to put this frame together. This is the bottom of the frame. 6 inches here. 9.5 here. We're nailing it. We don't need to screw it in. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to finish putting this together out here. I'll see you inside when I get it all pretty much together. There's going to be pieces that to build out here. Some of them I have to build in there. So I'll join you inside. Yeah.
It's looking good.
Close enough. I pre-drilled all these, of course, otherwise I'll never get these in. Now, if I figured right, I got an angle here. This is why you pre-drill. You don't, that's when you flip off. Okay, good. Now we gotta screw this one. And we gotta pre-drill this already. Alright, here I'm back. This is only going into 1/4 inch plywood. But at least it'll be strong enough. I wanted to nail the plywood on this before I put this in, but then I wouldn't be able to get my nail in there. Let's see, is this the right one? I got Torx, I think they call them Torx, but there's different size bits that you use for these. Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. There we go. Can't even see that. There it is. Okay. Alright, now you gotta do is you gotta put a piece across here. Well, you don't have to, probably. This is screwed in here. This will be the place for the top cover to sit, because it's just going to be a cover. It's going to go over here so I can take the cover off with 2 screws and look in there. Sides will be on there. I might just glue the aluminum on there, and when it's dry I'll paint it. I've got this piece already made out. I've got to sand. I already sanded it and cut and everything, and it's going to be painted and put in here. But I wanted to do this first. So
You're working
another
hard.
screw in here.
You're working hard today.
Not as bad as the day I was taking out the
tub.
It's tough on my lower back holding myself up like this. There it is. And it was to standardize these torque bits. Different lengths of these screws use a different bit. But I put them all in one can because it's easier for me that way. Oh, okay. All right, we'll come back in this on this in a little while. Not going to be able to screw this end in. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to measure this. Down on my knees again because I can't see standing up. It's too far away. We need to make a 7-inch piece. gotta get a 7-inch piece over here and a 12-inch by 9.5. 12-inch by 9.5 Luan. So I'm going to glue and nail the Luan to the top piece, so that way I don't have to toenail this end of the 2x2 in here. And all I gotta do is put I want to put anything in here because I got 2 nails in here now. That way the wood will hold it, and I'll glue it in. And when that's glued, then I'll be able to actually nail the plywood on here or whatever, because it'll be strong once that's in. So we've got a 7-inch piece. Taking notes, everybody? 7 inches is the piece of 2x2 I gotta make for the top here. I'm not putting one here. Not necessary, because it's only screwing into this 1/4 inch. There's no beam there. It's not needed because the plywood top is gonna lay like that on it. But I do want something here. So, alright, so 7 inches, and then the Luan would be 12 by 9.5. Let's just verify that. Actually 9 3/4. Let's see. 9.5. 12 by 9.5 and 7. Put that in your math calculator. On the shelf side. Alright, I'm using a fine cut saw here rather than try to drag out the table saw or even the skill saw. We can do it with the skill saw too, but we can probably do it with this. You just gotta go real slow with this stuff. I don't cut it. I don't cut a very straight line when I cut by hand. Sure, I'm not cutting them. Well, the bench is no good anyways, but the other comes out. With this wood, you can't go too aggressive because it comes apart and splinters all over the place. A table saw would do a nice job on it. It's not very strong wood. It's not like a ordinary 1/4 inch plywood used to buy years ago. I don't even think this is 1/4. I think it's the next size down, but they call it 1/4, and it's probably made in China.
Everything's made in China.
Except me. See, it's not a perfect cut. That's why I measured about almost a 1/4 inch wider, because I can trim it down with a rasp. All right, now I got to turn this around because I'm left-handed. Can't cut right-handed. Turn it all the way around. I'll be right with you. This ain't working out too good. It wasn't worth getting the electric saw out just to do this one piece. Actually, I'm going to be doing 2 pieces, but I might have some already over there that's probably the right size.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, this wood is not really all that.
Yeah, but it's not furniture. You know?
Well, yeah.
I think
Why
you
I
do
use
good.
electric saws. I can never cut on a straight line, never. All right, now what we got here is a piece of 7-inch piece I've cut. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's got to go on here, but we're going to take this inside and mark it. But we're going to do some trimming, but this is easy to rasp. I can wood rasp it square. Not too worried about it. All right, what I did, this fits on the side. And that piece that's going to go across is going to be glued and nailed in here. Okay? Then it's going to fit the two verticals. This will slip in the two verticals. That way I won't have to nail it on the end because there's already nails in there and I won't be able to get any more in. And I'm going to take in some wood glue and I'm going to glue this whole thing in there and then put some number 3 nails in there also. So the first thing we're going to do is glue this piece in with a little wood glue. This is waterproof wood glue. It cost me about $1 and change more, but it was worth it at my hardware store. Now we put it right into the lines here that we drew. It's not rocket science, as Carol would say. This is going to be a little hard to get this started. What we're going to do is we'll put something under here so we can line this. First of all, let's get a line on the outside. Where's my pen? Here it is. That way I can see how it goes in. All right. Now we want to make sure, yeah, it's the right dimension. In there, in there. Straight there. Disregard this line that I put in here, because I cut crooked and I'm going to rasp it anyways, so it isn't going to matter. Okay, so what is going to happen is this is going to go like this. The two verticals. We're going to bring the glue in. We got a hammer in there. We don't need it. We got number 3 nails in there. We don't need them out here. So let's go in the house. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the method to my madness now. Okay? Now the only thing we're going to do is we are going to put some glue on here. On the ends. Along here. Just a little strip along here. Along here and over there. Hope we don't knock over the glue. Well, put the covers on anyways. Nothing like a little glue on the thumbs.
I think it's looking really good so far.
Well, not bad for what my dad used to say is a shoemaker. In other words, half-assed job. Gotta get the glue off, you know. That glue's on the hands, it's tough to get off. perfect. Wall's not too solid here, where there's no beam here. Beam is over here, so when we bang on this, it's a little bit rubbery, I call it. And that's what happens. Man. Must be hitting a nail in there. It's rubbery, that's why it's not going in. If I hit that too hard, it'll bend over. Okay. Now, the cover will just sit like this, so I don't need anything here or here. Just stop for that. Now what I'm going to do is get a piece of, cut another piece. Let's see. See what that is. The way these rulers are, you read upside down. Seven and a half. Alright, let me get a wood rasp. This is flush here and it's sticking out here because I didn't do a straight cut. We'll clean that up with a wood rasp. We'll do that off camera. D.I.Y diet root beer. Zero sugar. I've got a wood rasp here. This I bought at our local little consignment shop, you can call it. Everything in the store is $1. I bought this last month or a month and a half ago. It's a Popular Mechanic Pro Cut wood rasp for that job there.
As long as it works.
Does the job. Left-handed, but it's awkward. You don't need a floor as the highest. we got, again, 7 3/4. Just want to make sure. I don't trust myself. It's very hard. The damn ruler's upside down when you're trying to read it. Yeah. 7 3/4. Just verify that. Yep, 7 3/4. By 12. The height is 12. 7 3/4 by 12. Okay, let's go outside. They got strings like fabric inside of this plywood. I noticed that. Yeah, there's like fabric in there.
Little strings.
Yeah. See? They probably throw any old junk in there. That's not wood. That's fabric. All right, let's put the wood fabric on the thing. Okay, join the inside. All right.
That's perfect.
Nail on my floor here. Wood is too thin to be doing that.
The dishwasher's going in case you wonder what that noise is.
Yeah. I have got to get over in a better position here. Gotta get in a much better position.
We can't see you now.
Well, go over here.
There we go.
The lighting is pretty bad over here. See if I can. Let's see in here. Too dark.
Want me to do
The
it?
nail's on an angle. Give me a flashlight. I can't see a damn thing here. Okay, folks, that's all I'm going to do today. There's little things I have to do, put some screws in here and stuff. Sand this down. Got the wood already made, all sanded, but I got to paint that and paint this, and I got to cut a cover for the top of this. And I'll paint that. I'll either do it today, off camera, or I'll do it tomorrow on part 5, or whenever I get part 5 done. Right now, I got other things I gotta do, so thanks for watching.